The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim. Set 200 years before the events of the original trilogy of films, this movie chronicles the fate of the House of Helm Hammerhand, the legendary king of Rohan. A sudden attack by Wolf, a cunning and ruthless lord of the Dunlending who seeks revenge for his father's death, forces Helm and his people to make a last, bold stand in the former stronghold of the Hornburg, a mighty fortress that will later be known as Helm's Deep. Finding herself in an increasingly desperate situation, Hera, Helm's daughter, must muster the will to lead the resistance against a deadly enemy who seeks their total destruction. This animated fantasy anime film, directed by Kenji Kamiyama, released this past December 5th, 2024, is based on the characters created by J.R.R. Tolkien and is set around 200 years before what happens in the two film trilogies, The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. For us who really liked the two aforementioned trilogies, we found the story in this movie quite interesting, ingeniously original, dramatic, exciting, emotional in parts, full of action and entertaining from beginning to end. It is worth mentioning that the animation is, in general terms, acceptable within the anime genre, but it is not at all as good or as spectacular as we expected it to be. At first, we expected to see an animation more similar to that which is computer generated, something like the one seen in current video games, or in other movies or animated series that can be seen today. Even so, as we say, the animation is, in its pure anime style, acceptable and nothing more. Some film critics and viewers have harshly criticized this production not only for the animation, that they call it irregular, but they allude that the characters are full of cliches and that the story in itself is boring. Honestly speaking, for us, these criticisms are somewhat exaggerated. We agree that the animation is not very good, but the story is interesting, and in our opinion, it fulfills its purpose of keeping you entertained until the end. As for the production elements, we highlight the sound and the soundtrack. The voices of the cast of actors who give life to the respective characters, including Miranda Otto as Eowyn, a future squire of Rohan who narrates the film, seemed decent to us. In short, this movie kept us interested and entertained until the end, and we consider it good to watch, so we give it a score of 3 stars out of 5, and we recommend that you watch it if you are a fan of The Lord of the Rings. Until next time!